So what happens when a massive Hollywood star and an NFL MVP get together? Well, you get a love story that feels like something straight out of a movie. Today, we're diving into the story of Hailee Steinfeld and Josh Allen, from the very first rumors all the way to them starting their own little family.
Look, this is more than just another celebrity couple. We're talking about two people who are at the absolute top of their game, in completely different worlds, who somehow found each other. We're going to walk through their entire journey, from the very beginning to all the huge milestones they've hit along the way.
Okay, so every great story has to start somewhere, right? For Hailee and Josh, it all began with a few whispers and some really telling paparazzi photos. Let's jump back in time and see how this whole thing actually got started. The first little spark was spotted back in May of 2023. The place? New York City, of course. The paparazzi snapped a few pictures of them out together, and boom, the internet just exploded. It was that perfect, wait, are they or aren't they moment that really kicked off their public story.
And right after those first pics, we got this little glimpse into their world. Just a casual omakase dinner with some friends. And you know what's so great about this? It just feels so normal. This was them, before the big public announcements, just enjoying the quiet, early days of their relationship.
So this timeline pretty much lays it all out for us. It all starts with that first link in May 2023, and well, you can see it's been a pretty busy couple of years for them. It's just one huge romantic milestone after another. So how'd they go from these private dinners to making it all public? Let's get into it.
You know, when you're this famous, there's always that moment where you have to decide to step into the spotlight together. And for Hailee and Josh, it wasn't just one big event. It was actually a series of really sweet, really deliberate steps into the public eye.
And honestly, what better place to make things Instagram official than Paris, the city of love? In July 2024, Josh just casually posts this picture. There was no big, long caption, no press release, just a beautiful photo that said everything. This was them totally taking control of their own story.
And then came this moment. I mean, this is the ultimate power couple debut. We're at the NFL Honors in February 2025. And this wasn't just any old red carpet. This was the night Josh Allen won MVP for the entire league. If you're going to make a statement, that's how you do it.
And this right here, this moment says it all. The second they called his name for MVP, the cameras caught this. It's just a totally genuine, unscripted kiss that, of course, went completely viral. And I think people loved it because it felt so real. It was just a little snapshot of a truly supportive partnership.
And that support was absolutely a two-way street. Here's Josh at the after-party for Hailee's new movie Sinners, just there for her. He's happy to hang back while she has her big moment. They were constantly showing up for each other's career highs, and that's a huge part of their whole story.
All right, so from red carpets to walking down the aisle, this next chapter in their story takes us to this absolutely gorgeous ceremony in California, where they made it all official.
On May 31st, 2025, which is almost exactly 2 years after they were first seen together, they got married. This shot is from their stunning Santa Barbara wedding, where they said their vows in front of their closest friends and family. Just beautiful.
I mean, just look at the absolute joy on their faces here. This is that perfect moment, walking back down the aisle as husband and wife. You can just feel the happiness coming off of them. Surrounded by all those incredible white flowers, it's the perfect picture of newlywed bliss.
And of course, Hailee had to share some of that joy with everyone. A few weeks later, she posted this awesome collection of Polaroids from their reception and their honeymoon, and the caption? It was so simple, all caps, just one word, husband. I love that. It's so personal and just sweet.
But hey, the wedding wasn't the end of the story. Not by a long shot. For Hailee and Josh, it was really just the beginning of their next huge adventure, starting a family.
And that public support for each other just kept going. Here we have Hailee right there with Josh for a really big deal moment for him, his jersey retirement at the University of Wyoming. It's just a great sign of how much they respect where each of them came from.
And then, in December of 2025, they dropped their biggest news yet. With this really beautiful kind of wintry video on Instagram, Holly announced they were expecting. It was just a perfectly sweet reveal as they got ready for their next chapter together.
And finally, the moment everyone is waiting for, a simple, incredibly joyful post from Hailee. Our baby girl has arrived. I mean, it's just the perfect ending to this incredible 3-year journey we've been watching.
The official word came out on April 2nd, right in Hailee's newsletter. She shared that they were just feeling so grateful and so blessed, and that they were soaking up every single second with their new daughter. So, from a quiet sushi dinner to a wedding and now a baby, it has been an absolute whirlwind for Hailee Steinfeld and Josh Allen. They've somehow managed to build this incredible life together under the brightest spotlights imaginable, but they've always done it on their own terms. Which really just leaves us all wondering, what could possibly be next for